Hi ladies, so this video is going to be about maternity leave and the change to our current policy. So if you are interested in this, then I would keep watching. Let me first say that anybody who is currently pregnant, you are obviously already grandfathered in and these changes will not affect you. So when your leave comes up here in a few months, it's going to stay the same as you thought it was. Our current maternity policy is for however many full-time years you have been with the company, that's how many weeks paid you get off during maternity leave. So if you've been with the company for 3 years, then you're going to get 3 weeks fully paid. The great thing is that many child care programs do not provide maternity policy. So that is definitely a benefit for you guys. The unfortunate thing is you're still going 3 weeks or however many without a paycheck, which that's really hard. So I found this coverage where maternity is covered under short-term disability. And I don't see a downside to it. And I'm going to go over that. We're going to talk about the change and talk about how it will affect people for the good and go from there. So let me first pull up the maternity policy so we can go over it. So here it is. Like I said, the current policy is for every full-time year you're here. You get that many that many paid weeks, and you may also use vacation if that's what you choose, and we go from there. My thing is, in order to give any mom the chance to receive a paid maternity leave, it's not a question to me. So as of March 1st, 2017, this new policy will take place. And it really just provides everybody the chance to have a paid maternity leave. And I really think it's just going to be beneficial. So for existing employees, this is not mandatory. Completely voluntary. So if you choose to opt out of the short-term disability, but you do become pregnant, the only pay that you will receive is from your start date until February 28th, 2017, because that's when the new policy will begin. So anytime you've banked between then, you will still be covered for if you were to get pregnant. So let's say you started February 28th, 2015, and you choose not to have short-term disability, then you basically have banked 2 years in that time slot that can be used towards maternity leave. If, like I said, you're more than welcome to opt out, but if you are honestly in that childbearing age, I would really consider talking to me about it, because it doesn't only cover maternity leave. Again, if it covers if you are in an accident, if you do become ill and you are out for quite some time. So please, if you're in that stage, just come talk to me and we can at least put the numbers down and you can see if it makes sense to you. So if you do sign up for short term, then your time worked will continue to accumulate. So therefore you will receive 6 weeks paid at 60% through Sun Life. And depending on how many years you have with us, you may qualify for even more reimbursement through siblings and company. And what I mean by that is employees who meet their 3-year anniversary during or on their 6-week leave, you will also receive 2 additional fully paid weeks through siblings and company. So you basically will have an 8-week maternity leave. Here are a few examples. Now let me just remind you, this obviously isn't free. Monthly, I believe it depends on how much you make and how old you are. So let me just tell you what mine would be. Oh crap, I have never mind, it's in my car. Never mind. So let's say it's anywhere from like $20 a month to $35 a month. And that's just something that we would have to meet and talk about. So employee number 1, She has been with the company for 3 years and makes $950, and these are just examples. So with our current policy of every year you've worked is a week paid, you would make $1,140, okay? With the new Sun Life policy, they're gonna pay you for 6 weeks at 60%, and that is a little over $1,300. But in addition to that, you get your 2 weeks through Siblings and Company, which comes out to $760. So your total maternity reimbursement is $2,128 with the new policy versus $1,140 through the current policy. So this employee would be making $1,000 more through the new policy. Example number 2. If you've been with the company for 9 months, so not even a whole year, and make $850, through our current policy, you would get Zippo because you have to be with the company for a year. Through the new policy, you're going to get 6 weeks at 60%. So you're making a little over $1,200 through this new policy. Employee number 3, 9 years at $10 an hour through our current policy, and here's where it's a little different. Through our current policy, you're going to get all 6 weeks completely paid, so that's $2,400. Through the new policy, they're only paying you 60% of those weeks. So you would basically be making less through the new policy, which to me, that doesn't really make sense because you put your time in, you should still continue to get rewarded for that. So that's where Siblings and Company, we will meet the difference to put you back up to where our current policy would get you. And in addition to that, you will still get your additional 2 weeks, which would put you at $3,200 rather than $2,400. You can see that every single example, you are receiving more money throughout your maternity leave. And if any of you have ever had a child and had to go without a paycheck, it's hard. Just think about it. These numbers do not include taxes, so please keep that in mind. This was just, this was me adding it all up. So taxes are not taken out of this. So that's a good question to ask me if we meet. So short-term disability, I'm just going to say it again, does not cover pre-existing conditions. So you have to sign up now or you have to wait until the next anniversary cycle where we do it again. If you're a new employee, you can sign up within the first 90 days of your employment. So just FYI. Everybody is going to get this form because I do need to have that you have opted out for short term or you have chosen to sign up. And we will go from there. So my suggestion is if you do not plan on having children, that's great. But if you are in that childbearing age, to come talk to me because this does not only cover maternity leave. This covers if you are in an accident, if you are out in the hospital for extended period of time for an illness. So maternity leave is really just an additional benefit to it. So this goes for anybody who has disability is covered for maternity leave. So if you choose to adopt, I'm pretty sure this is in there too. FYI. Again, please come talk to me. I think that's all I have. Peace out.